No one was prepared for this news, not the army, not the agencies, maybe not even the world's top real estate entrepreneurs. But the facts that have started to emerge lately can no longer be denied. Jungkook, the golden meanie of BTS, the man known for his world-melting voice and stage performance that made stadiums around the world explode in hysteria, is now rumored to be preparing for a big step that could change not only his life, but also the face of the South Korean entertainment industry and the global property industry. The news that Jungkook is starting to seriously consider investing massively in home and property businesses in Europe is not just surprising. It could be said to be a potential magnitude 9 earthquake in the entertainment world. Just imagine, one of the brightest stars of the global K-pop generation shifted his focus from music to property. If true, this could be the beginning of a massive shift in the global celebrity landscape, which is beginning to seek wealth and freedom not through world tours, but through ownership of land, buildings, and physical legacies. And what's even more surprising, multiple inside sources mention that Jungkook has made secret trips to Italy, Spain, and Switzerland in the past year. But this is not just a romantic getaway or a break from the camera spotlight. Allegedly, the visit was related to the exploration of elite estates, ancient properties of high historical value, even abandoned castles in the suburbs of old European cities. There was even wild news that he was bidding for a villa on Lake Como, the area where George Clooney had his summer home. If this is true, then Jungkook is not just touching the property world. He intends to master it from the highest level. Of course, it's not just about property. This is a narrative about freedom, about an artist who has lived in the spotlight for a decade, who is now considering how to take full control of her future. It's not just about buying a house, it's about building an empire. And it's not just any empire, it's an empire that doesn't depend on music, exclusive contracts, or album sales. It is an empire built on real land, physical buildings, and long-term assets that cannot be devalued simply because industry trends are shifting. And of course, there are voices questioning his motivations. Some refer to this as a form of subtle escape from the increasingly curbed world of K-pop. Not a few also call it an early signal that he is no longer interested in maintaining his status as an idol. Could this be part of the early retirement scenario that has been planned since long ago? Or could this be the ultramodern financial strategy of a Jungkook who knows exactly that popularity can fade, but that property in Europe will never lose its value? The fact that Jungkook's name is now being talked about in exclusive European property forums is not just a rumor. Private property auction sites in Switzerland and Monaco have noted anonymous bidders often bidding in cash, with intermediary agents from South Korea and the United States. The brokers who usually deal with Hollywood celebrities and Arab royals began whispering the name JK as a mysterious potential investor. One source even said, "This client is very specific. He wanted a property that had a long history, not a new home. Something classic, elegant, and with character." It's Jungkook's style, isn't it? And what is most suffocating for some of his fans, if Jungkook really plans to build his European property portfolio, it means that he will spend most of his time there, not in Seoul, not in Los Angeles, but in remote places with views of the Swiss mountains or the small cobbled streets of Tuscany, Italy. For many, this is like a silent betrayal. But for those who truly understand who Jungkook is today and who he's trying to be, this is a logical step. A freedom that is fought for, not an escape from reality. However, there is a deeper clue that is much more jarring. Jungkook will not do this alone. I'll continue with the second part, which deepens the business side, hints at tacit collaboration, and its impact on the K-pop entertainment industry and the European property market. Want to proceed directly now? What not many people realize is that the world of property is not a foreign territory for world-class celebrities. From Leonardo DiCaprio owning luxury properties on a private island, to Jay-Z and Beyoncé secretly buying apartment buildings as a long-term investment, the property business has become a major avenue for keeping wealth out of the spotlight. But the biggest difference is this: none of them started it when the world still viewed them as peak artists. Jungkook did so amid an explosion in popularity, when the world stage still wants it. And therein lies a very surprising statement. According to a source from a London-based international law firm, Jungkook did not come to Europe alone. He was accompanied by a small team, which did not involve direct representatives of HYB. It was even mentioned that these initial steps were carried out through a new company that was not directly related to its current agency. The company, allegedly based in Luxembourg, serves as a legal vehicle for top-tier property acquisitions, a move very commonly made by tycoons and billionaires to maintain secrecy, tax, and legal protections. Meaning 1. Jungkook plays at a level that even many entertainment executives have not dared to enter there. Then who's with him? The strongest rumor is that a French interior designer, who has previously worked on private homes for Middle Eastern royal families, was seen on several of Jungkook's trips. Not only that, a young architect of Korean descent, who now works in Zurich, is known to have disappeared from all Eastern European projects since the end of last year. The media has not been able to confirm his involvement, but this hint further reinforces speculation that Jungkook is not just buying a house, he is building something. Something that will probably be the forerunner of JK Global Estates, Jungkook's property empire that includes villas, boutique hotels, to exclusive luxury retreats. But if you think it's just about investing big money and relocating, you're wrong. What Jungkook did could have a domino effect that shook the entire Korean entertainment industry. In recent years, the pressure on K-pop idols has increased. Public expectations, invasion of privacy, physical exhaustion from a brutal global schedule, and tight control of the agency made many artists start looking for ways to sneak out without creating a scandal. Jungkook, known as one of the most disciplined artists, may have found his exit, not by slamming doors or striking back at the industry, but in the most elegant and tactical way possible, becoming richer, more powerful, and freer. Outside the system. A former big idol manager from the second generation even said in a podcast, what Jungkook is doing could be a new model. It's like putting together a secret manual, how to get out of the system without making it explode. He's not running away. He built a parallel empire. And the empire was not built in Seoul, not built in Los Angeles, but in an elite region that has so far been inhabited only by old aristocrats and billionaires, Europe. The question is, if this is all true, what is the impact? Imagine this scenario. Jungkook buys properties in Italy, Switzerland, and France. It began hiring architects, local artists, interior designers, and operational staff. He opened a small hotel in the style of a private house with a name that did not include him, but which could only be booked by a limited circle of people. Those locations then became secret places preferred by global celebrities to hide from the spotlight, rest undisturbed, and enjoy the beauty of Europe in complete silence. And every reservation made, every visit, every penny paid, goes into Jungkook's business system. And here's the real surprise. His hardcore fans know exactly how to search for those secret locations. They will create a new community that not only follows Jungkook as an idol, but also as a symbol of a lifestyle, a free, rich, aesthetic, and independent lifestyle. Army Estate could become not just a fandom name in the future, but an exclusive community network of property owners, long-term tenants, to investors who believe in Jungkook's long-term vision. But of course, this move will not go without controversy. For the next part, I'll cover the dark side and backlash from agencies, diehard fans, and the Korean entertainment world who may see Jungkook's move as a threat. Speculation. Is this the end of Jungkook as a member of BTS as we know it?